Hey y'all, what's up? JamiThatsMe here. Welcome back to the channel. Listen, we got to talk about Love After Lockup episode 2, okay? It's real interesting, okay? We're going to start off with the first couple, which is like a new couple to us, which is Julian and Christine. So let's go ahead and get into them. Julian lets us know that he is like a marketing strategist of some sort. He also is a writer. And how he came across Miss Christine was him deciding to write his book on a drug lord or whatever it was, some woman being locked up or whatever. Oh, he said on death row. So he decided to reach out to an inmate so that he can, learn more about them and use them for, his writing. Okay. Now, it started off as a friendship, and then later on, it did develop into a relationship. Now, the reason that Miss Girl has been locked up, and I'm not really sure how long they've been dealing with each other, but the reason she's locked up is because she ended up robbing a few banks. Okay, just mess girl. Like she said, she just would write a little note saying, empty out all the cash, girl, put it in the bag, bitch, or whatever, and she would just pass it on over to the people. And so, yeah, she did that for like a day or so, and she got caught within a week. So, was it really worth it? Just stupidity. Now, he has been taking care of her cats and stuff because I guess at one point when she was out of prison, him and her were connecting, they were vibing, but then I believe she ran a red light or something like that, and she was out on parole. I guess that's how she violated her parole, because I guess you're not supposed to have no contact with the police. I'm not sure, but anywho, she ran a red light. No, they said they already saw that she had a warrant out for her arrest, so she did something else to violate that parole. Not sure what it was, but he did say when she was out, he was riding with her. She ran the red light. The cops pulled her over, saw she had a warrant, and arrested her on site. Okay. So once they arrested her on site, he pretty much helped her out by taking on all of her furniture and stuff. I guess he looks after all of that as well as her cats. Okay. So that's what he's been doing. And that's what it is. All right. Now, what we also learned is that when he first reached out to her, she wanted to let him know about how she was tongue kissing or messing around with one of her cellmates or something like that. And he's like, listen, I'm not interested in that. I'm only interested in a friendship. So what is it really giving? And she was like, oh, okay. I guess it's giving it you different than all the other guys that hit me up. So, okay then, friend. So that's how that happens. I don't know if this situation is really going to work out for them, because I feel like she probably is going to have a girlfriend. The fact that she messing around with other ladies in prison, I feel like, it's not uncommon for these people to come out and already got a boo in prison somewhere. Okay. So I wouldn't be surprised of that. Also, we learned that, he's more of a church guy, Christian, whatever. She is an atheist. I don't know how long that's going to last. I don't know if he's going to be able to convert her or what's going to happen. Then it seems like she may be more sexually experienced than he is, whereas he's only had like 3 partners. So it's just a few things that I'm thinking is going to play a part at a later time. And I don't know if they're gonna work out too well, but we'll have to wait and see. Let me say this also before I go any further. I just want to say that I really appreciate Love After Lockup for changing up some of the couples. Although I wanted to see, what's the crazy girl from last season? I can't even think of her name. That had the son. No, she had a son and a daughter. She was dating the guy. Y'all will know. Leave it in the comments. She was dating the guy. What's his name? Tyrone or something like that. But she was dating the guy, and he had all these kids, and she wanted to be like the 5th baby mama or the 6th baby mama. She wanted to marry him. She stole him from the friend. That's who I was hoping to see. But it seems like he's still locked up though. So I guess we not gonna get them on Love After Lockup. I guess it's gonna have to be another update on Love during lockup, which I do believe is the. But then they got another Love After Lockup or something coming out in a month or so, in about 2 months. They're supposed to be dropping another one. So maybe we'll see her over there, not sure, but definitely want to see what's going on with them. But I will say I appreciate them giving us newer people sooner than later, because I just feel like they used to like run it into the ground with some of the old folks. Some of the old folks like Lamar and whatever the woman was he was dating. It's a few people that's coming in my head. I can see their face, but I can't think of their names. But they would be on the show for like 2 and 3 years, and it's like, no, let's get them like a year or so. And if the storyline is not progressing, let's get that stuff out of here. But this is what I do have a problem with the upcoming episode of Love After Lockup, the one that's supposed to come in October. I have a problem with the fact that we're about to still see Marcelino and Brittany. That's what it looks like. We about to see them. Those are the motherfuckers I'm tired of. I don't know what it is about Marcelino and Brittany that has you guys so infatuated with them. Love After Lockup producers, that we have to continue to watch them. I feel like they've been on the screens for about 4 years or so now. They done got married. They're figuring it out. We don't really need them on the screens. I don't know why y'all keep extending their contracts, but let's move on, okay? Let's see. Oh yeah, Miss Girl Christine, she is out of prison, so they're gonna figure that out. She can't wait to jump his bones. She said that they haven't really had, sexual encounters or whatever with each other, so she gonna see how it's playing out. Let's get to Zuri and Troy, because I told y'all the other day that I kind of felt like something is off with Zuri. I just don't trust their whole story. Something is weird. I feel like she said something different in the confessional on the first episode, and then now she's saying something else, because I think she said they were together for 6 years, but then I was like, I thought y'all was together for 5 years, but maybe I got that mixed up with the first baby daddy. I'm not sure, but something in the milk ain't clean when it comes to Zuri and Troy. Now, Zuri is being consoled by the reader, because I told y'all that she went to go see that reader. So she's sitting down with the reader, and she's learning all of the stuff that she doesn't want to hear. And the reader's like, listen, girl, I love you, and I'm so sorry that this is hurting your feelings, but I got to keep it a buck with you. This is not your person. And it's just what it is. He got some stuff he got to work out. And I'm not saying he a bad guy. I'm just saying that he not the guy for you. Hello? Now, she gets a call from him while he's locked up. So she's leaving the reader. He asking her how everything went. And instead of her keeping a book with him, letting him know, like, yo, this is how the experience was for me. I left unsatisfied. I'm really concerned. Okay. She ends up telling him that it was all good. Okay. It was good. It was what it was. Now it's time for the whole family to go and pick him up from prison. Okay. I mean, the entire family. We don't really see this. Okay. We don't really see this on this show. So, I guess kudos, shout out to the family for being there wholeheartedly to support. Okay. So yeah, the whole family. I believe the brother was driving. I didn't see the sister though. The brother was driving. The mom and dad met up with them. They all go up to the prison. Now before they do that, the daddy complimented her and said, oh, okay, look at you in your cat suit. Okay. And then he said something like, your hair all done up. And I said, sir, stop it. She looks a fool. Okay. She looks a mess. This clip-on ponytail is taking me the fuck out, especially with these little bangs she got going on. Like, I don't know. Like, this lady been having her hair like this since she's been introduced to us on the show. So what the hell you talking about hair done all up? Girl, let that damn ponytail go. Anywho, on the way there, he's calling her or whatever. No, I think she called him. He called her, whatever it was, however it was. But he was super excited, okay? Super excited to be getting out, only for them to arrive. And she ends up getting a text message saying, hey, I guess it was from the probation, parole officer, whoever. Hey, we gonna be the ones to pick him up. And it's like, why would y'all tell that lady at the last minute? Why would y'all wait till that lady arrived there, ready to pick him up, and then sit up there and tell her, hey, we're taking an alternative route? I feel like they always making it difficult for people when it's time for them to receive their loved ones, based on how we see it on this show. And that's what they did. Saying, oh, we gotta, he's gonna be with us and this and that. So he's calling her because he's upset. He's confused. He don't know what's going on. The guy that was getting discharged with him, that dude already left. Okay, now he got to go back to the camp looking a damn fool, and he got to wait to be picked up by parole. He's like, I ain't got no warrant, ain't got no other charges. What the hell is going on? And it's like, Troy, are you sure? Are you sure? Is it something that you don't know about? So I'm wondering if he's going to be locked up for like another week or something or two, and then they're going to let him out, or what's gonna really happen. So the family ends up seeing them come out, so they decide to move closer. And ultimately, once they saw Troy get into the vehicle with the officers, they decided to trail them. Now I'm wondering if the officers knew that they were behind them the whole time. I would think so, because when they got on the highway, them motherfuckers was speeding. They were speeding like they was trying to lose them. Like, they don't need to catch up with us. But they stayed. They caught up to him. And they ended up taking him into a building that kind of looked like another precinct. So they don't know what's going on. So they was just going to wait outside. They was going to wait by that car outside until either the officers came out or Troy came out. So we'll see. I mean, obviously with them being on Love After Lockup, we know for a fact that Troy is going to be getting out. And from the previews, we know he's going to be getting out. The question is he going to be getting out right at that moment? Or is it going to be like another week or so before he gets out? Okay. So we'll have to wait and see. Let's get to Kim, who I can't stand, and Joey. All right. She's talking to Joey. Y'all know Joey was questioning whether or not she was messing with somebody else because he ended up getting that phone call. So she thinks the person is someone that he knows. Okay. But he thinks that it's her ex-husband. And she like, my ex-husband here, I think it's your ex-girlfriend, the one that you ain't been with in about 20 years. But then this is what the thing was for me. She says that he ain't been with the girl in like what 20 years, but the girl has, reached out to her via DMs, hit her up, trying to tell her different things about Joey to get her to not be interested in Joey. And it's like, if a bitch is hitting you up and within less than 20 years, that means that Joey is still giving her, in my opinion, some attention or something to go off of. Granted, she could just be cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. But then also, I'm like 20 years later and she's still over there harassing you, quote unquote. Nah. All right. What is given is that he's still messing around with that lady. And that's another thing for me as to why I feel like Kim wants Joey so bad. It's a game. I don't know why these white girls in this hick town or whatever they got going on prop this man up on a pedestal like he really that NIGGA or something like that. Because that's why I feel like Kim really wants to be with Joey. Kim wants to be with Joey to possibly show everybody else something different. Like, one, he chose me, and two, everything he did to y'all, he's not gonna do to me, and I won. No, he gonna play the dog fuck out of you. And she gonna go over there to her cousin Tatum's house, the one that does nails or whatever. And Tatum's like, oh, finally you come over here. When Tatum says that, and then you sit and you watch what happens in the scene, it proves to me that Kim went over there to rub that shit in that lady's face. Okay, just messy as hell. So she's like, everybody knows that I'm dating Joey, but Tatum. So it's like, yeah, you wanted to keep it behind closed doors until you knew he was coming out for sure, and you'll be able to parade him around like, look at us, look at us, look at us, or whatever. You I don't like Kim, y'all. Kim is annoying. So anywho, the cousin didn't know that she was dating Joey, but the cousin did know that she was getting a divorce from her husband. So then she was like, yeah, getting a divorce, but he's not fond of my new boyfriend. And she was like, well, who's the new boyfriend? So she was acting like she was all hesitant to tell her. Did she finally lets her know, like, oh, girl, it's Joey. She's like, Joey? Like my boyfriend from junior high school or whatever like that? And she's like, yeah, him. And she's like, okay, like the Joey that took my virginity? Girl, not Joey being passed around through the damn family, honey. So Kim tells Kim tells Tatum that he cheated on me with you back then, and then she talks about how he came over to her house. I guess her dad wasn't there. They went down to the basement, wherever they went, they got it in. Tell them they did everything but SEX. Girl, shut up. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what it was about Joey that had y'all up in arms, and like, do you hate your cousin that you would go and do something like that? Were you trying to be that? Like, what was it? Like, I feel like you've been chasing behind Joey for a long time. And it seems like you've been the other chick. But anywho, so Kim then tells Tatum that Joey cheated on her with her. And then Tatum is like, girl, I'm sure he cheated on me with a lot of folks. First of all, Tatum was a bit shocked that she's dating Joey, and it's kind of like, of all people. But then I also feel like the cousin was acting. I feel like the cousin already knew this information, because the dad even mentions how didn't Joey and Kim dated a while ago or something, and Joey was at his house and he felt like Joey stole some shit from him. I feel like the cousin been knew that they had been messing around or whatever, but anywho, child, for the scene purposes, okay. So Tatum is like, he cheated. Tatum's like, oh, okay, I'm sure he's cheated on me with a lot of people, okay. She was shocked that she's still messing with him, but then at the same time, it was like, girl, it don't hurt me none. You the one that's finna get a fool. I'm good where I'm at, okay. So she's like, I'm sure that he's been messing around, on me with a lot of people back then. Are you sure that he ain't gonna do the same thing to you? And then Kim is gonna say something like, well, all I can do is trust him, because people can change. That don't mean he finna change for you, you fool, you clown. Okay? And you, whatever energy you don't put out, you finna get the fuck back. Okay, so she says that they are going to get married and stuff, and I'm just like, you just came to your cousin to rub in her face that you're still holding Joey down. After all of this, Joey still wants you. After all of this, you're gonna be a make believe family, and you're also planning on getting married to this man. But girl, I feel like we gonna find out that one, Joey been cheating and her ass have been too. She's already been proven to let us know that she can't move on from one relationship without having another. Now I don't know if she be cheating in those relationships, but according to her, once it's all over and said and done, you know, she got to have a whole nother man on her arms before she finalized the last divorce. I feel like the call that Joey got in prison, I wouldn't be surprised if some of that is true, that somebody did see her hanging out with somebody else, and if she has possibly been out here cheating. But I also don't put it past him to be out there doing the same thing. Okay? So, anywho, she wants this man, and that's exactly what she's going to get. Everything Joey stands for and a fucking mess, girl. I cannot. I just don't. Though I'm not here for Kim and Letitia. Y'all are two of the women that I cannot. Y'all running up behind these men trying to find love so bad when y'all could be loving on y'all damn kids. Okay, try. I can't, girl. Ooh. Anywho, let me keep going. So True and Shante. Shante pissing me off as well. So he's still tripping out because he's like, he's free. He can't believe that he's free. So he's like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm free. Okay. He's really heavily on this sex tip because that man, he got some, listen, he like sex. Okay. So he's spending no time with the fam. And I'm sorry, he's spending time with his family, and his nephew is super excited. Okay. What else? He tells her when they leave from the family, he's with Shantae, and True tells Shantae, "This is your chance to put it on me. And when I tell you put it on me, you better put it on me." Then goes to a sex shop. Here's my thing, and I think I said it before. She has been essayed before. I don't believe that she's like really a sexual person, and I'm sure that also played a role in her just not being interested in that. And it's like if you know her so much, like I don't know, some about it, and she's not speaking up. You could just tell she's so uncomfortable, and she's just not speaking up, and it's bothering me. So they do go to the sex shop, and he ready to buy up the whole store with no damn money. And that's pissing me off too, because she gonna let him do it. Now, my issue is, why is you not telling this man that you ain't got no job? You over there so busy trying to impress him and trying to buy your damn man. How you gonna buy one you ain't got no damn job? Okay, that's when you really gonna see True for who he is, when he see that you ain't got the coin. Anywho, so she steps outside feeling all uncomfortable. So she calls, I don't know if it was her a family member or a friend. She gets on the phone with somebody and she's like, girl, why he got me at an SCX shop? And the girl was like, for real? Da, 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 da. She was like, him having me at this shop means that he don't know me at all. And I'm like, well, did you tell him anything about you? Does he know? I would want to believe that he know. Or did you spend most of your damn time trying to get to know him so that you know how to please him? Not so much as how he can know how to please you. Anywho, so True says he's a monster when it comes to SEX, when it comes to the sex stuff and stuff. And I'm like, oh, are you? So does that mean that you've been over there hunching on people in the prison because you've been on lockdown for many a year? So how do you know that you're a beast when it comes to that, or you're a monster when it comes to that? And then, girl, it did not take long before I got my answer. That's when he started talking about how the guards will walk past and look and be like, pull it out, let me see this and that, and they'll grab it and they'll do this and they'll do that. Basically, it sounds like to me that True is admitting, he's admitting that he has fucked on a few people, a few of the guards in the prison. Okay, that's what it's given to me. All right, but that's all we got with them. We'll see what's gonna happen on the next episode. Okay, but anywho, let's go ahead and move on. All right. Now let's get to Hope and Arthur. Now he's been in and out of prison for about 10 years, and that's due to robbery, theft, aggravated assault, and ain't no telling what else. Okay. Now his mom wants him to come back to Vegas with her. And she's slick kind of banking on it. Like she just feel like she got the upper hand and just know her son gonna follow her. But anywho, Arthur wants to spend the rest of his life with Hope. Okay, I think that's his name, Arthur, ain't it? Hope and Arthur. Anywho, so he wants to spend the rest of his life and stuff with Hope, but I'm over here concerned because I'm like, I don't know, bro. It sounds good that you saying all of this, but I'm kind of starting to think that Hope may be the problem. It might be Hope, but we'll have to see because I don't think Hope stopped fucking on her mens. Okay, so they go out to eat, and the mom asks where they sleeping at, and so they're like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna sleep in the truck or whatever, like that." And she's like, "Oh, that's like a cell. That's like another cell." And I'm like, "Well, girl, if it's okay with him, then it is what it is. If you ain't want his ass sleeping in no damn truck, then maybe you could have got him a hotel room or something if you wanted to do that. But other than that, it ain't it ain't bothering you financially." You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I don't be liking how mom's sons be locked up. And then they want to, once the son get out, they want to all of a sudden have all these damn standards or something. Like, I don't know. But, okay. So the mom wants to take her son home. And she's saying how the family miss him. And he got siblings back at home. And they haven't seen him since they were younger and all of that. And they almost grown. So he need to come home. And Hope is like, but where have y'all been, though? Where y'all been at, though? I've been the one looking out, taking care of, reaching out, answering all the calls. Like, where y'all been at, though? Right? And so the mom says, I mean, we was there, we was writing letters, calling, going up there to see him and all, like, we was there. And the son clocked it and he was like, not really. Okay, like, I really talked to her more than I talked to y'all. Like, y'all wasn't really consistent with me or anything like that. So the mom says before Hope, she did everything for him and taking care of her household and taking care of him. And I do understand where the mama is coming from. And also, the other thing is you keep getting yourself in these fucking situations. Shame on you to keep getting yourself locked the fuck up and then expect that your parents or your family's life is supposed to stall because yours has stalled. You should have thought about that before getting your ass locked up. Okay, this lady trying to take care of the kids she do got, take care of her stuff, her household, and then trying to find money to send back to you. Like, it's been a whole lot going on, sir. All right, so I definitely understand the mom's part of it. Okay, but anywho, now, she said that she was disappointed in him continuing to end up in prison. She does say that. She says that nobody forgot about him, but it still made him hurt because I'm wondering when he called, did they answer the calls? Maybe they didn't because they didn't want to accept them charges. Like, I don't know what else made him feel so lonely, so he starts getting emotional. And I'm like, I understand you feeling like you were in there lonely. It's a lot going on with your mental and stuff, and I completely understand that. But at the same time, you also have to hold yourself accountable as well. Because had you not put yourself in a bind like this, getting yourself arrested on countless occasions, then you would have your family. Hello? Clock that. All right. Now, anywho, I do understand how the mama feels or whatever. And he should also understand what he put her through. So Hope decided to show up for him. I said, yeah, I said, but when Hope decided to show up for him and be his support, and this is to the mama, and I said this in my previous review, don't try to shit on this girl and what she did for him. Okay, she stood in the gap when you weren't present. All right. So if she wanted to show up and be that support, she didn't have to. That is a choice that she chose to make. So that is on her. All I'm saying is don't try and make her feel like what she did was nothing or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? You feel like your son is obligated to you because you're his mom. So for you to turn around and be like, I feel like you just operating with her because you feel obligated or you feel guilt because, you know what I'm saying, she been paying for everything. Well, shit, you feel obligated and guilt because you his fucking mama. And he just a grown ass man that made a grown ass decision to get his grown ass locked the hell up. So what he decides to do, that's on him. Okay? But anywho, so Hope says that she isn't trying to keep him from the mama. And the mama tells him that she thinks he's following behind Hope because she paid all the money and feels like he owes Hope something. He's like, I don't feel like I owe her a goddamn thing. Okay? And at the end of the day, I don't feel like coming home. I'll get round to Vegas when I get round to Vegas. And as of right now, I'm not getting round to Vegas. I'm finna kick it with my fucking lady. And that's just what it's finna be. Okay. Now I do question the dynamic of the relationship because he did say something when he was younger. He was saying that, I was always treated differently because I did not have the same dad as my siblings did. So I was treated differently. But then he also talked about how his mom was like his best friend, loves on him. So I'm a little confused, okay? And two things could be true. Your mama could have been your best friend and then you still could have been treated differently and you could have felt like an outcast, like you didn't belong. Maybe those were feelings that you begin to internalize even though your mother could have potentially tried her very best to make you feel like you were not excluded and not a part of the family. So I wasn't really sure where he was going with that. I didn't know if he was trying to say that he was outcasted by his mom or something, or if he was saying that because he didn't have the same dad, his mom was being the best that she could to him, to make him feel good. I'm not sure. So I don't know if he internalized things a certain way on his own based on how the optics look, and he created things in his head, or if his family made him feel such a way. That's what I wasn't clear on. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, there's that. There's that. And shame on that mama. That mama knew that hope was gonna be there, and that man was not finna, like, how you gonna have this girl be around this whole time and think that she gonna be okay with this man just getting released and going back to damn Vegas? Girl, hell no. But anywho, y'all leave y'all thoughts and comments down below on the latest episode of Love After Lockup. That's all that I got at this time. I am Jami. That's me. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share my videos. Follow me on Instagram and on Twitter at JamiThatsMe. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye bye.